Hello and welcome to the Fangirl Nation podcast. I am Leah Bryars.
And I'm Amberly. What are we talking about this week?
So we can't go a week without talking about Spider-Man.
Obviously.
We must.
We're a bit out of the loop, to be honest.
Yeah.
The Tangled leaks, because I feel like I have seen the whole movie. Is it intentional? I think so. Mm-hmm. And finally, Robert Pattinson is in another movie.
Of course he is.
So we're just going to talk about him, to be honest. And the movie, Primetime, I believe it's called.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's get into it. Spider-Man Brand New Day has just come out.
And it is doing numbers.
Record-breaking numbers.
Yeah, it's the top film of the year. It's outdone Toy Story 5.
Well, yeah. Sorry, I don't know why I said it like that.
That was the top one.
Well, I don't think Toy Story... What kind of numbers did Toy Story get?
I thought Toy Story 5, Super Mario were the top two so far this year.
Interesting.
I thought Odyssey did better than it did.
The Odyssey has done fantastically, but I guess in more of a niche group.
So Spider-Man's been out for 7 days of the point of recording. Yeah. And it's done over $1 billion.
Yeah, so its opening weekend, it did $927 million. So to almost hit $1 billion in your opening weekend internationally is crazy. It made me think, I'm really out of the loop when it comes to Spider-Man. Because I watched the first one with Tom Holland. But as you know, I'm out of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yes. That's the thing. It's because you have to watch them all. It's so annoying. But I'm seeing that one of the reasons people like this movie is because there wasn't loads of MCU.
Yeah.
And maybe
it's very much like
just Spider-Man.
It's very much forget the rest of the MCU.
Yeah. So maybe I'm like, okay, I'm gonna catch up on the other one.
Yeah, catch up on the last one because it's a big point.
But see, I've heard that I do need to watch some of the other Avengers stuff because there's like other stuff in the last Spider-Mans because I do want to watch now. Right. Listen, I got FOMO. So I do want to catch up on everything before Doomsday comes out.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, and so then I think I do need to watch the other Marvel stuff to then know some of the crossover stuff that happens in the last Spider-Man film. I don't know.
I actually don't think it's that deep. Like, you can still enjoy the films.
But now I'm like, if I'm going to watch all the Marvel ones anyway.
Yeah, you might as well do it in the right orders and whatever.
I'm going to do it. I've got to find like you in a book. Just give me a weekend.
It's like a marathon. But this one is the third installment of Tom Holland's Spider-Man. And I was saying, you know how we're like, you saying we're out of the loop with Spider-Man?
Yeah.
I have this thing where like everyone has their Spider-Man.
Yes. Yours is Andrew Garfield.
Because that was the Spider-Man that was like around when we were in high school.
Yeah.
But I've always been a Spider-Man girl. I love the comics. I did like Tobey Maguire's films, but Andrew Garfield was my Spider-Man. Yeah. Fair. And then Tom Holland is the new age Spider-Man, and I do think his films are really, really good, especially this one.
He's really good at it.
This one. Same with like, I feel like everyone has a Doctor Who, whether it be the best one or not. Like
Who's your Doctor Who?
It's Matt Smith.
Oh my God, yeah.
That's when I tuned in. I know
David Tennant.
I know David Tennant is the best Doctor Who.
Did you not watch David Tennant?
It was too scary for me.
To be fair, The Weeping Angels.
I remember like I watched a few episodes and I was like, this is too scary for me. And I used to self-censor myself as a kid. And I remember like being like, Mum, Doctor Who's
such a grown up.
So then I tuned back in when I was a bit older at Matt Smith, and I love Matt Smith. Yeah. So it's the same. I think Andrew Garfield's my Spider-Man, but this Tom Holland film is so really good. It's got really good ratings. Like the audience score on Rotten Tomatoes is 98%.
Wow. What about the critic score? Yeah. But it's a Marvel movie.
But I also think like sometimes critics
get it wrong.
Sometimes I feel like they're just being critical. Like sometimes you can just enjoy a movie. Yeah. You know me. I'm there for vibes. I'm not there to pull it apart to smithereens.
There's a time and a place for serious movies. If you're going to seriously critique a film, I don't know if a Marvel film
is the one.
Yeah. Let's just show up and have a good time. It's a superhero film.
But it is so good. This one follows on from the last one. Can I spoil the last one?
No.
Okay, fine. Well, let's just say Spider-Man's fighting on his own this film. And
no, sorry, I do know what happened. Yeah. Memory loss.
And Sadie Sink is a mystery character. Actually, to be fair, before I watched the film, I had no idea who she was. They really kept it under wraps.
They must have had Tom Holland under lock and key. Have you seen all those memes where he just spoils everything? Because he just doesn't know.
And I love that one. He was like, I don't think I spoil that much. Someone needs to find me all the hardcore evidence when I spoil stuff. Yeah. And it was just this really long video.
It's the one where he said he mentioned something about being in space.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And then everyone was looking at him like...
And then did you see the one when he was like showing the poster, but as he like, because he got the poster for the first time, and as he pulled it out, obviously he was looking at the poster.
Yeah, and on the back it was like confidential. So funny. So got some media training this time.
He did not spoil who Sadie Sink was.
No, to be fair, I think this time they were like, look, just hype up your wife.
And he did just that. He did just that. But I don't know if you've seen all the stuff around this film about Niakin.
No.
I think so you pronounce his name. He is the epitome of there are no small parts, just small actors. He had a 1 minute scene with like a couple of lines and everyone's like, who is this man? He's amazing. He did so well. His acting is brilliant. He has like a few lines, but the first line for people who have watched it, he goes, yo, Spider-Man, you okay? And then he has like a few other lines. But everyone was like, oh my God, his performance was amazing. He's only in it for like a minute. If you blink, you miss it. But everyone's like obsessed with him. And he's like been on radio. He's been on Capital for non-UK listeners. Capital's like one of our big radio stations. Doing little interviews. Obsessed.
Wow.
So
good for him.
Yeah. And everyone's like being like, you should be Miles Morales when they do the Miles Morales.
I thought this was the last Spider-Man film, but I don't think it is, with Tom Holland.
No, I didn't hear it.
He's really been giving the energy of like, this is my last one, I think. He's kind of been saying things like, it's my last time to play a boy, and like really being nostalgic, and like also making it sound like in a lot of his other interviews for other things of like, I didn't know filmmaking could be this good. Because he's just been doing Marvel with like a green screen, you know, and he's like talking about the Odyssey and like everything was real. And apparently he came back to the Odyssey set, the Spider-Man set, with like tips of like how to have better like filmmaking experience after working with Christopher Nolan. Like it was giving like he's graduated from being Spider-Man, but maybe not. To be fair, they're not letting him go. They're not letting them go after making over $1 billion.
But I think he has also said in interviews like he's got really strong ideas of how it should be handed over, and that wasn't done in this film. So I think got another one at least in him. I think, well, he did spoil that apparently there was meant to be Spider-Man 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is what has been written at one point. This was years ago, but whether that was confirmed.
And Andrew Garfield only got 2.
I know.
Why? Yeah, why? Why did he do less?
I think it was also drama about rights and stuff, wasn't it? Because that's when Marvel acquired Spider-Man back.
The good old days before it was in the MCU, when you could just watch a movie without having to watch 50. Jesus Christ. They really get you with that. Why do you think it's done so well in the box office? Like, I get it, but also, like...
People love Spider-Man. And we've not had a Spider-Man for a while.
Do you know, Casper and I went to the cinema the other day, and we went to a View. We usually go to an Everyman, but we wanted to go and watch The Invite, and it was on really late, so we went to the View in Westfield, which was also such a throwback, because that was like where we used to go from school. On a Tuesday night, it was popping off, 7 p.m, packed, and I think everyone's going to watch Spider-Man, because when I looked on their website, there must have been about 50 showings for Spider-Man at View Westfield that day.
People love Spider-Man.
Yeah. Has that done better than like previous Spider-Mans?
I think all the Spider-Mans do well.
Yeah.
I think they're
people
good
just like... Yeah.
But yeah, people are just in a Tom Holland state of mind.
Oh, yeah. And especially, I think people like seeing them together.
It also is a good film.
Yeah. But they didn't know it was going to be a good film. Now they do, I guess.
Yeah.
But word of mouth that quickly on the weekend.
I think just everyone loves Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like even if you're not that into it all, you're just like,
I'll go and watch Spider-Man.
Yeah,
true. Anyway.
But I think they're definitely going to make at least one more.
Yeah.
I think they're definitely Spider-Man 4.
Well, sure. What, isn't he going to be in Doomsday?
No, I'm out of MCU.
Oh, are you?
In for Spider-Man.
Okay.
And like, I watch occasional MCU films. I was really up to date for a certain point, and then I just tapped out.
Yeah, fair.
But speaking of leaks,
Tangled. They're currently filming the Tangled live action, and I've never seen leaks like it.
I've seen everything. I've seen the costumes. I've seen like key scenes.
Is it a spoiler though? If it is an adaptation of?
No,
it's not a spoiler. I personally have been loving the leaks.
Why not? It's giving a bit of like behind the scenes. Like I saw the one with the kids plaiting
her hair.
So we're seeing loads of Tangled stuff.
Yeah,
Tangled is your
Tangled
favorite
is my
Disney.
favorite Disney princess movie specifically.
Okay, fine.
Animated.
Which I didn't know about. You messaged that to me last week and I was like, wow, I love that.
I love Tangled. I think it's like almost underrated.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I see Tangled as the last Disney film of our generation.
Yeah. I watched it when I was a teenager.
Well, it came out when we were 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was like the last one before we were too cool to watch Disney.
Yeah.
And I loved Tangled. It wasn't my favourite, but I did love it.
I love it. I don't know what it is. I love the songs. They're so good. I love Mandy Moore's voice in it. And Zachary Levi as Flynn Rider.
Yeah.
I just love the story. I love the colours. I just love it. I don't know. And I'm so excited for this remake.
I would just want to say Flynn Rider, I think, was the first Disney prince I fancied.
Really? What, not Eric?
No.
Little Mermaid?
No, Eric wasn't my vibe.
Cinderella?
Eric was too clean cut.
Yeah, okay. You like that Flynn's a bit...
Whoa.
He's a bad boy, you know. He's a criminal.
Exactly.
Yeah. Disney coming in with the book talk kind of tropes.
So this live action remake...
Yes.
Well, not really. It's just live action.
Just live action. Yeah.
It's following Disney's kind of protocol of just everything live action.
Yeah.
But we have the director of The Greatest Showman is doing it.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So,
yes.
And then Michael Gracie is done The Greatest Showman, and he did, is it Better Man, the Robbie Williams biopic?
Oh, the one where he was like an ape?
Yeah, which is really good. It's actually really good.
Okay, I need to watch it.
I was a bit like, oh no, who's doing the remake? But I feel The Greatest Showman and the Robbie Williams biopic have the right feel. Like, he's really good at making magic when there's not magic.
Okay. And that is the thing that sometimes in a live action you need in the world.
Do you know what I mean? Like, because Tangled isn't, obviously, there is magic. But, like, it's not the most magical.
No, they're not like witches and stuff.
Exactly. Like, it's not like everyone's got superpowers, blah, blah, blah. But there is this fairy tale.
It is, yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a fairy tale aspect. So I do think he could do it.
Rapunzel, let down your hair. I also think the casting is fantastic. I think this must be one of the first times Disney have almost like gone with a fan casting of Milo Manheim as Flynn Rider. His voice is incredible. Have you seen that clip of him in like Bethlehem or something?
Yeah.
So good. And even like his mannerisms, I watched interviews and the way he speaks is very like Flynn Rider-esque.
Yeah.
The way he even jokes, I think it'll come naturally to him. And I love that they've cast well, she's been in things, but largely unknown to the world actress.
So Teagan Croft
as Rapunzel. Yeah, she's Australian. And I think people didn't really see the vision. I think half of these set like leaks have been intentional from Disney for people to like get behind it early.
Get locked in.
And I am seeing people loving it. Like she is perfect. The pictures like of her, just her face with her hair, she's stunning. She actually, I think, looks kind of like a young Rachel McAdams.
Okay, yeah.
And just like the costumes, perfect. The twins, did you see them?
I saw the twins looked spot on.
Catherine Hahn as Mother Gothel, and the costuming, everything looks perfect. And I think they want to get people on board to kind of prevent, especially off the back of Moana. I think they were like, okay, we need to do something a bit different this time around. I wrote down how much Moana made. It opened to just $43 million domestically against a $250 million budget, which is one of their weakest remake openings ever, but also because it has the shortest gap between an original and a remake. I think Tangled now is just at the right time.
That was the thing with Moana. Like, it's only been 2 years since the last, Moana 2.
Well, it's because they wanted Dwayne The Rock Johnson playing himself before he maybe got too old, but like... Yeah. That's just kind of confusing to people.
I do want to watch it because Moana, the animation is like top tier.
Yeah, agree. Tangled actually survived a near cancellation after Snow White also did not do very well at all.
Well, Snow White's their lowest performing.
Yeah. So they shelved it in April 2025 and then resumed production in October.
Yes, because I've been hearing about this Tangled live action for years. Yeah. Like Jojo Siwa auditioned for it like 4 years ago or something. It's nice that they've actually decided, yes, let's go put some budget in it, let's do it.
And like I kind of mentioned last week about like wokeified casting, I think that they were like, right, what we're going to do is cast people who look exactly like everyone. Like... And I think just see how that does. Because I think maybe there's like this debate on like, well, just make it look exactly the same. Cast people who look exactly the same. Because obviously half of the reason a lot of people hated on Snow White was because Rachel Ziegler is a person of colour. I don't know. Whereas if I think they made Tangled maybe like 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it would have been like a white blonde actress, to be honest.
I think for Tangled you do have to because it's Rapunzel. It's like,
I know, but there were all these rumours of like Avantika playing her.
Oh no, I did see that.
Yeah,
I did see those.
Yeah. But now like everyone in this actually looks exactly like the characters, and even like the scenes that we've seen leak of the kids plaiting their hair, even the way she's sat, and like clips of Teagan and Milo like running around, it looks frame for frame the same. So I think they're like, why don't we just like literally copy it bar for bar?
But that's what they did for Moana.
And see how that does.
Moana's frame for frame.
Yeah, but that's a different issue.
It's hard.
That's because it was like two years after the
critique for Moana was that it was too like CGI. Because Moana's so like magical and beautiful and things, because they were trying to do frame for frame. There was just a lot of CGI involved. Whereas I think something like that, maybe that's where you don't do frame for frame. Yeah.
And that's, again, I think the failure in that was more just that people are like, why are we having a live action Moana? Sometimes you don't need them. Maybe in 10 years' time, because you have to hit the nostalgia.
We've spoken about this many times.
Yeah.
It seems to be the theme of Fangirl Nation podcast.
What, nostalgia?
Just like when's
the right time for a remake or
reboot, revival,
or a live action?
Not another one. But interesting, we're talking about how we think, you're talking about how Disney is listening to maybe the audience here, because, well, I always associate Disney and FX together. I know across the world that's not the same thing, but in the UK,
FX is owned by Disney, or you watch FX on Disney Plus.
Yeah, right. Especially in the UK, I don't know what their world things are because it changes sometimes.
I think FX is on Hulu.
Yeah, but then Hulu isn't Disney in USA.
That's what I mean.
Do you know what I mean?
So in the US, I think.
But anyway,
FX
in the
Hulu.
UK,
it's Disney Plus.
FX is on Disney Plus, so I associate them together. And I don't know if you've heard about Adults, the TV show.
No.
So we actually watched the first episode together, or part of the first episode together, and you didn't like it, so we watched something else.
When was this?
It was like last year.
Oh, was this
This is when I was like, Amber, it's going to be a Friends remake. So
oh yeah,
right. So Adults is basically 20-something finding their way in the world. It's set in New York.
Oh yeah, I didn't like it.
And so I was so excited to watch it because I was like, that's what we need, a new sitcom. Yes. And we sat down to watch it, and Amber didn't like it, we turned it off, and I was slightly underwhelmed. I thought it was funny, but I was slightly underwhelmed. It's also part of the production. One of the executive producers is Nick Kroll, who writes and executive produced Big Mouth, and I love Big Mouth. And so I was super excited for it, and it's got comedians as the cast as well as just like funny actors. And we sat down to watch it, and your impression of it, Amber, was very normal. That's what a lot of people had. So what they found is that the first 4 minutes of the show was really divisive. Divisive. And they noticed that so many people would drop off after that first 4 minute joke, because basically the first few minutes is quite a crude joke. Basically, someone's like masturbating in the subway, and then the group of them, one of the girls starts masturbating back at him.
Oh, yeah. I didn't like that.
So they found that kind of was really divisive to audiences, and loads of people would drop off after that point.
Yeah, fair.
But then everyone else who carried on would watch till the end, watch the last episode. And I carried on watching it, and I really liked it in the end.
Okay.
Like, I really fell in love with the characters and the plot line, and it left on a really good cliffhanger, and season 2 is coming out soon. But they have listened to the audience, and they realised that joke kind of stopped people giving it a chance. So what they've done is they've made a new episode 1 that they've just slotted at the beginning of season 1. They still have that episode. Wow. So they've done like a prequel episode that now serves as episode 1. So when people are streaming it, they kind of like, they've got something else before that joke to kind of push them forward. And it is a really lovely episode. They just dropped it randomly last week. It follows Paul Baker, who is one of the people's boyfriends in it, and is also a main star, but that's how he's kind of like, he doesn't live in the house, he's someone's boyfriend. And it's like his intro story. The producers have done, that's why we've done it. So people kind of fall in love with these characters and push through that joke if they don't like that joke.
Interesting.
So it was a really good episode. And talking about them trying to like reach audiences. Yeah. Guess where I watched it? Not on Disney Plus, on TikTok. FX's actual TikTok account.
They uploaded the whole episode.
Just drop the whole episode on a TikTok.
Because you know what, people do that anyway. They just post whole episodes of things. They were like, let's just do it ourselves.
Exactly. And like, I remember watching the comments because I was like, what's this?
We were like, is this actually on FX's TikTok?
Like, I feel like this is illegal. It was so weird. But anyway.
Interesting.
So good.
And then it's like, now you can go and watch. I wonder if we'll see a trend of more people like putting up episode 1.
This is the first time I've ever heard of anything like them. So like, because they could have like put it as like a bonus episode like they did with the bear for the last season or whatever. But they just went, no, this is the new episode 1.
Straight to TikTok.
But
also.
And straight to the front of season 1.
Oh, see, Suzanne Collins. You don't have to kill off Finnick.
We can rewrite it.
You can. We shoot that one scene.
No, it's no rewrite. This original pilot does stand, but it's now episode 2. But I just thought it was so interesting. Also, very much looking forward to season 2. It comes out end of August.
Interesting. Things can be done. Whole new possibilities.
Well done, FX.
Yeah. I like that they were also like, well, we're taking a risk anyway. Let's put it on TikTok.
Exactly. I like the original joke.
That's understanding the youth and how they watch things.
And I think it did quite well on TikTok.
Yeah.
I was quite early though. I was like, whoa, what's happening?
I'm going to go look at this and have a look at the comments as well. Because that would just be so interesting to see. Moving on, I was watching the trailer for a movie yesterday, which we'll get to in a sec. And Casper, who is not that into movies, he came over and was like, is it just the same actors and everything? He's like, what is going on? Because the trailer for Robert Pattinson's new movie, Primetime, came out yesterday. And the actual movie comes out in September 25th. And literally, is it the same actors and everything? Because you know, Anne Hathaway's in another movie, End of Oak Street or something.
Is she in that?
She's like the main character. Because I just saw like my friends, the Townsends, did an interview with her. And I was like, another one? To be fair, she wasn't on a full-on press tour. They zoomed her from the comfort of her home.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, she's been out and about. She's pregnant.
She's pregnant.
Stuff
she was like, this I do remotely. And like she did. And it was just like on her webcam camera.
She would have been in the 3 top 4DX movies of the year. Because Odyssey plays... Oh no, she wasn't in Spider-Man. No.
But you're getting confused with Tom Holland and Zendaya. And also everything. All of them
out there.
Tom Holland, less so Tom Holland, but Robert Pattinson, Zendaya, and Anne Hathaway
have been about.
2026 has been
busy,
crazy.
Or did you see that they were doing some like press junket when they were playing a game, and it was Tom Holland and Robert Pattinson, and it was like guess who? And Robert Pattinson was Zendaya.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, in your last film,
and he was like,
what was my last film?
Yeah, because also like he obviously I don't know when they're shooting these, but obviously now they've all caught up and he's doing the press tours, but he's currently shooting Batman.
Yes.
So that must also be confusing. How does he keep up? He doesn't actually.
No.
I saw in an interview when someone asked him that and he was like, I don't know. Because he's not talking about the movie. He's just silly goofing around.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I need to talk to him one day. No, you don't understand how gutted I was at the media line at the Odyssey. He came so close and then they caught him away. I was like, I just want to have a silly goofy time with him. If I asked him what he's fangirling over, can you imagine? He'd say something stupid.
Ridiculous.
And I want to know what it is. But this movie particularly, right? He's coming for that Oscar. He's coming for that Oscar. Mm-hmm. It's called Primetime. Mm-hmm. And he plays Chris Hansen, which was the guy in Dateline NBC's To Catch a Predator. Did you ever watch this? I think I just saw it on TikTok.
I did.
Or like on YouTube.
Well, I think I watched a few episodes. I think it was like maybe on MTV as a kid. Like
I don't know when I watched it.
But I've definitely seen clips all the time.
I now see clips all the time on TikTok. Essentially, it was this like sting operation where Chris Hansen would set up this thing. They would text pedophiles essentially from like fake accounts to try and catch them, and then they'd invite them over and they'd get an actor to come in to play the young girl, young boy, whatever, and they'd always get the predator to like bring something or like a pizza, or I think it's like to show intention, or like
that would happen as then the predator would try to leave and they would have like police outside ready to arrest them.
So the predator would arrive and the actor would open the door and let them in, and they'd be kind of talking, and then Chris Hansen would pop out and be like, surprise, what are you doing here, pedo? And then they'd arrest him.
And then they arrest him and they had to like prove, because it's really like
hard to prove that someone's actually like
intent and things like that. So they would obviously share all the messages and stuff like that. It's really interesting because you say Chris Hansen would pop in and be like, hey pedo. I always thought he was really nice to them, very like fatherly to them, which is really interesting because watching the trailer, Robert Pattinson seems insane.
Yeah, he does. Well, because Chris Hansen, IRL, do you know what happened with him and why the show got axed? Well, for people who don't know, the show got cancelled after a 2006 sting in Murphy, Texas, when Assistant DA Bill Conrad had allegedly chatted with a decoy but never showed up at the sting house. Police went to his home instead, cameras rolling to serve a warrant, and Conrad died by suicide as they entered. And it triggered a lawsuit and investigation, and NBC pulled the plug.
Never actually officially pulled the plug because of that. So they aired that episode a year later.
Yeah.
Obviously, it didn't show any of that stuff. It kind of just showed them being at the decoy house and no one turning up. And obviously, they explained the story. This episode aired a year later. The show was finally axed in 2008. But obviously, that's probably the reason why. Because then, you know, this massive ethical debate came out about it and about kind of like people's lives, primetime
and
TV.
People were talking about like Chris Hansen talking about like spectacle rather than actual
justice.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think keep it going. They're paedophiles, do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean?
Like,
so, To Catch a Predator ran from 2004 to 2008. And I read the logline for this. It's not a long one, but it basically goes, in 2006, To Catch a Predator host Chris Hansen sets out to make television history. So I think they're going to be focusing around that episode.
Yeah, and I think it's him getting, like, blurring the lines between...
And obviously it's like the darker side of the show.
And in the trailer, it's like they get given a primetime TV slot. So I think it's like that corrupting him and like wanting to do the most for entertainment. Already, people are saying that it's his like best work and it's terrifying. And there's a lot of Oscars buzz already. So
the review of his performance that I read was it's pretty unhinged.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
I love Robert Pattinson's choices. Like I love that he just wants to play weirdos.
Just so
he's
bold.
So good at it. And especially those weird little American accents that he does. He's so good at it. He's so good at playing just like kind of a loser. No, honestly. Yeah. And like in the Odyssey, that was great.
And then the director for it's not his debut, but his debut for like written scripts. because the director Lance Oppenheim, he's only ever really done documentaries. So Lance Oppenheim directed 2 documentaries, one around a retirement village. Well, he's directed more than 2, but his big ones, one around a retirement village and one around sperm donors.
Okay.
And they both did really, really well.
Life and death.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So it'd be interesting to see what the vibe of it is going to be.
I wonder what they're going to include, because Chris Hansen also had an affair with a TV reporter 20 years younger than him.
Yeah.
So, and in the movie, Anna Faris plays his wife. Haven't seen her in a while. No. I'm excited to see her.
But yeah, I think it's going to be focused on the 2006 scandal, but I'm going to be tuning in. It looks really good.
Yeah.
Also,
Casper was watching the trailer and he left and he was like, I don't like it. He was like, it looks scary.
Of course he did.
He doesn't like horror films or anything, like anything bad vibes. And it does look just dark.
Yeah.
But it looks great. Moving on, we went to something very exciting the other day.
We did.
Talk about. Leah, as you know, loves an audiobook.
I love the format of audio.
You just love listening. You love those ears on. You love listening.
I like closing my eyes and immersing myself, because
whatever you can listen to.
Make it up in my head.
Yeah.
So
we went to the Penguin offices, which was cool.
We did, and we went to their audio level.
Audio floor.
Yeah.
And they did this like evening where they showed around a bunch of us. They showed us like how they do specifically their romance books.
Which was, and romantasy. Romance and
romantasy. And we got to go in a bunch of different booths and like record for ourselves. I did expose Leah. We went into a booth and he was like, you know, this guy was telling Leah what to do. He was like, obviously I'm no actor, but if you do this and this. I was like, Leah's in drama school right now.
I've now graduated, guys.
I was like, Leah's done audio work.
Yeah, but then really put me on the spot, because as everyone knows, I'm dyslexic, so like actually audio work is quite stressful, especially in environments like that, because they were giving us like full on like fantasy stuff, which has got a lot of words and silly names, and I was like sweating like I am now because I'm so
hot.
But
lunchtime is like
boiling.
Yeah.
But it was really, really fun. So it was like lots of TikTok, book talk kind of people. And we went into the booth and you could either be an audio actor
or a producer. And the role of the producer is just like in a normal role, not what we were actually doing. In IRL, they're like giving tips and like...
They're being the director.
Yeah, and also monitoring everything, making sure everything's okay. But on this day, obviously we weren't doing that. We were just having fun. So I was telling Leah to do all kinds of accents.
Yeah, so I was doing like 50 Shades of Grey, like a French accent, and all the accents out of my arsenal, which is very limited, guys.
It was very fun.
And Amber was like the worst, most evil producer / director you could ever have. She was like, now give me more French.
I was like, French, but it's as if you're in Les Mis and you're on the battalions.
Yeah, and then we did the different rooms, different types of like reading. Amber was insane. She was so good at the narration side. We went into 3 different booths. The first one was like more like a narration side, and Amber was just unreal. We were all in the control room. So for people that don't know, there's the voiceover like recording booth, and where the audio engineer and the producer will sit will be like the control room. And Amber we all sat in the control room like, oh my God, this is brilliant.
Thanks.
It's very, very good. And then we did basically the room where we were just doing smart. And that's where Amber had me doing all the accents for the one-liners.
Yeah, there was a lot of smart.
Yeah, and then we went into a duo room, which we could record together. So me and Amber recorded quite an intimate scene.
You didn't look at Leah?
No. Normally, like I would like to really like look at the actor across from me and really like gaze. And I was like, nah, I think I'll just look at the script. And it was a really, really fun night with like some really lovely book people.
Really interesting to see what goes into it.
And it's insane. So like these audio actors, guys, what we learned at drama school was that audiobook narration is like top tier audio acting in terms of like...
That's your favourite fact to tell anyone now.
It is. No, but it is. Like it's you have to think about an audiobook actor is like doing 8-hour sessions in a booth, just reading and you have to get it right. Whereas like other voice actors, you know, you're maybe across from someone and you've just got lines, and it's, or like if you're doing like continuity for TV, you generally got like 3 lines. Whereas they are sat doing a shift.
Yeah.
Doing an absolute shift. So props to them. It was hard work in there.
It's made me now want to listen to more audiobooks, because I don't really, maybe on my walk instead of a podcast.
It's so good.
I don't know what podcast to listen to.
Exactly. Yeah. So when you've got a little book,
and
because of it, thank you to Penguin PR Audio, I have finished my 2nd book of the year.
Yay! What is it?
Direbound.
Oh,
it's like
okay.
And it's my first ever romantasy book.
Ever?
Yeah, that I finished.
Wow. Yeah, the werewolf one,
good.
Right?
Yeah, werewolf, and it was good. It's a duet, so it's really good.
I don't like duets.
Oh, really? One thing I find really hard about audiobooks, and sometimes it just takes a moment, is when you've got one person doing all the voices and you can tell it's just one person doing all the voices. Especially when you've got like a female doing a man, or a man doing a female. I'm like, what am I? Part of the manosphere? Get out. You got a girl doing a guy or a guy doing a girl. It can be a bit like, ugh. But this duet was really good because the guy did the guy voices and the girl did the girl voices. Okay, and the girl narrates it from the female point of view. But it was nice that she didn't also have to do all the guy voices.
Interesting.
So you really get into it a bit more, I think.
Yeah.
But it's really good. Would recommend, guys. Give it a download. See what you think.
Yeah, maybe I will actually. Anyway, Leah, what are you fangirling over this week?
I am in a New York state of mind, okay? There's something in the air. I just want to be in New York. It's like
you haven't even been recently.
I know.
New York state of mind.
And it's calling me, like everything just is giving New York, New York, New York. Get me on the streets.
I saw you reposted this TikTok that was like, you can only say if you're from New York or if you're from here. It was like someone just drew from New York to London.
Yeah.
I was like, what's Leah doing?
I didn't know. There's just something calling me about the Big Apple, you know? And like you went recently and I was a bit jealous.
Really I might be going again for a few days in September.
Gosh. And then like, you know, the New York Knicks.
Oh,
won. Yeah. They've got the best mayor ever to exist in history. Spider-Man's out. I love a martini. I just think I need to be on the streets. I think I need to be on the L train, you know?
Yeah, I do feel you actually.
And everyone I speak to is like, New York, New York, New York. Yeah. There's something in the
It's calling to you. She's calling.
But yeah, that 7-hour flight is calling me.
It's a lovely time flight. Just do a day flight. I did 2 day flights. As I'd done it, I realised I don't need to be doing a night flight. A 6-hour night flight is hell.
Yeah.
6-hour day flight, delightful. Because you get the bigger seat. Watch movies, like as in like bigger plane. You're on a long haul flight, whereas you go to Greece, you're on there for almost 4 hours and you're on an EasyJet plane. Do you know what I mean? But you get like the entertainment, the nice meals,
because you love airplane food.
Oh, I do. And get a bit of work done. You're not fatigued. Great.
It's stunning.
6-hour night flight. Hell, what, you get 2-3 hours sleep?
Yeah.
No.
It's just a lot of disruption for little
gain. What's the point?
So that's what I'm
fangirling over.
The Big Apple's calling me. If anyone wants to take me to New York, I'm a fun time. I'm a fun time gal. What are you fangirling over, Amber?
I'm fangirling over Antonio showing up to a Belmont Camelli lookalike contest in Vancouver. That was such a good use of free will and such a good use of fame.
Yeah.
Like, love that for him. You see, I told you he was my favourite.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, he just has a good time.
I sent Amber the TikTok and I went, this is funny.
Yeah, good for him.
So funny. Just,
and he wore his actual clothes.
He did look like him, but he didn't do the dance right. He did too much elbow.
No, he didn't do it right, which was annoying.
But then the guy,
one in white,
looked
exactly like him. Well, Antonio only came third.
Good.
Yeah,
because he didn't have the
and
dance
Jalen
down.
showed up as well.
For
anyone who doesn't know, John Logan from off campus went to a Garrett Graham lookalike contest, well, specifically Belmont lookalike contest in Vancouver, and he dressed up as Belmont.
And it was just for shits and giggles.
Oh my God, I love that.
Love.
Just really made me laugh.
I think that this week there's a funny state of...
People are having a silly goofy time. I think there's something weird about this. Summer's gone on far too long.
Yeah.
No one knows what the fuck is going on.
Everyone is in a silly goofy mood.
Yeah.
I was even watching the news. Obviously there was like dark things going on in the news. But some things... like made like primetime news when I was like, we having a slow news week? You know when they're just like, this dog, and I'm like, yeah, we weren't doing horror. There was a bit of silliness in the news even, which is it's quite refreshing. Yeah, you know. So yeah. Well, with the silly goofy mood in the air, let us know what you're fangirling over and if you're doing anything silly at the moment, because I'm loving it.
Okay.
With that,
See you next week.
See you next Tuesday. Bye.